Okay.
Gunnel Rider.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Gals ready? Everybody ready? All right, let's call the meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, welcome everybody to the 1 o'clock meeting here, Monday, May 5th, 2025. First and foremost, I have the Secretary Treasurer call the roll.
Scott Horwitz,
Here.
Ed Warner, present. Chip Marin,
Here.
Joe McLaughlin, here, and Matt Parsons.
All right.
They're all here.
Thank you. So just for information to the public that because of the coming into the season and the traffic is very bad, we're going to amend our work session schedule to start at 10:30 a.m. effective on June the 2nd, which I think will help out a lot of the public and the applicants' agents and the staff and everybody get here. We've been working very efficiently, and we end up, with meetings right on through the whole time. So I think this will help out the traffic, help out the public. So June 2nd, take note, we're going to pass a resolution changing our work session start to 10:30. Okay. Welcome to the folks that are on Zoom today as well. The next meeting is still going to be at 9:30. That's going to be on May 19th, followed by our work session at 1 p.m. May 19th. So that's not going to take effect, that change, until June the 2nd. All right. Let's get into our public hearings. So we have a notice of public hearing for Pratik Dalal for 20 Ludlow Lane, Hampton Bays. I would like to open the public hearing.
Second.
Seconded, Trustee Warner. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Chris Cole Environmental, agent for the applicant. And we've been before the board in the past discussing the revetment and the erosion at the property. And we had...
Yes, excuse me, hold on one sec. Do we have proof of service?
This was adjourned from January, so, yeah.
Okay,
We have
just
them done.
thanks for refreshing my recollection.
We posted on the property, and we've been before the board previously and discussed the revetment and the erosion at the property. And we tabled the application to get comments from the DEC. So we've had several discussions with the DEC, and they want us to propose a smaller revetment, and they want to limit it to the extent to where the rocks are currently. So we've discussed with the owner, and we're going to go back to proposing a hybrid design using rocks to stabilize the shoreline and also native plantings and additional fill to stabilize the shoreline.
So you haven't formulated that for this board to look at this point in time?
No, we just spoke recently with the DEC last week, so we're still working on plans, and we'll resubmit those plans.
So let me ask you, our attorney, would that be a separate public hearing that would be?
No, we can adjourn, we can go into recess on this one and adjourn it until a date that they have something that's concrete to propose for us.
Okay, at that time, would we discontinue?
We would continue this public hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure how the format
Yeah, I
goes.
think
Okay,
that-
yep.
Yes, I think that's why we adjourned it last time, because we were waiting for these additional comments. That way you would have a project that could actually be done.
So the proper procedure would be a motion to adjourn this, not to close it.
Correct. All right, so this is your area, my area? My area. Yeah, I would like to make that motion to adjourn it. So what date you think we're going to need this by?
We could probably be on, when's the next public hearing? Is it a month out?
Well, no, we would set a date. I mean, I don't want to
2
just
weeks
shoot.
from today would be our next meeting, but that would be pushing it.
Yeah, let's get it so if we're going to schedule it, let's make sure we can actually be productive.
I
So
would
don't.
recommend for the second meeting then in June, because we have I think 2 or 3 public hearings already scheduled for June 2nd.
Does that give you ample time to?
I think so. Yeah, and I'd like to resubmit it back to the DEC too.
Yeah, because otherwise we just
So that's
keep going.
June 16th.
Yeah.
1 PM.
You sure that that's enough? I mean,
What we could do, maybe the first one in July, if that's
Only
better.
one in July,
One
isn't it?
meeting in July.
One meeting in July,
July 14th.
July 14th.
that you should be good to go by
Yeah.
July 14th.
Yeah, and then hopefully I have also comments from the DEC or a permit, hopefully.
Yeah, I think if we go for the July 14th, I think that would probably
That just
be-
gives us time, just everybody can get their, you know,
Yeah.
you can make sure you nail down the permits from the DEC.
I'd motion to adjourn until the July 14th.
I'll second it.
Seconded by trustee Marin, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we're adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that concludes our public hearings for today. Now we're at public portion. Anybody that would like to address the board on Zoom, put your hand up if you'd like to address the board. You have 3 minutes. If you're gonna come here, you gotta come up, sir, state your name for the record and sign in. You have
Yes,
3
my name
minutes.
is Robert Chiapetta. I live at Dune Road in West Hampton. And my reason for being here, along with some of my neighbors, is that we had a right-of-way to the bay. And we didn't do it for a lot of years because it was expensive and didn't really see the need to do it. But then we all decided to do it, and it was $80,000 to do the walkway, which is a lot of money to me. I'm a senior citizen and a veteran. And the gentleman at the end built a bulkhead that comes onto our right-of-way, which is no big problem for me. I have no issue with it, but he's upset, and he put up a fence to not allow us on the portion of the property that the right-of-way is on. We're not asking him to take down the bulkhead that's on our property. We just want him not to hinder our usage of it. And that's the purpose of my being here, and as well as our neighbors that I think are going to be calling in. And that's the issue.
That's it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Has anybody got their hand up on Zoom that we can let in?
Yeah, we have 2 people on Zoom.
Yes, if they have their hand up, you can give them 3 minutes. Address the board. Allergies are bugging me.
James, can you put
Hello?
up on the screen the
Yeah, we
area
can
that
hear
we're
you.
talking
Can't
about?
see you, but we can hear you.
Okay, I don't know why you can't see me. I would love to,
We can't see. We can hear you though. We can't see.
okay. Oh, here you go. Here you go. I'll get it. How's
We
that?
got you. Now we got you.
Okay, gentlemen, my name is Ken Goldberg. I'm a neighbor of Bob Geppetta in West Hampton Dune, and he kind of filled you in. This is a situation that I've spoken to Matt Parsons. Matt was kind enough to come out and look at it. This is going on since August. He was kind enough to come out to the location and survey it and see it with his own eyes. He took pictures. I've communicated with President Horowitz. I sent him an email last night, as a matter of fact. He said to come up with some suggestions. I just like to know what's going on. This is an easement. You know, every time I bring it up, I'm asked for more paperwork. We have 4 deeds that are public information that have been sent. We have at least 6 surveys that have been sent. All of them give us the right of way to the bay. And this gentleman over at 830B has blocked our access to the water. It's very simple. This is cut and dry. We all have it in our deeds. We all surveyed the property multiple times. I don't understand why this is such an issue. And now we find out that the property is owned by Southampton trustees. To add insult to injury, you guys own it, and we've been on you since August. And all I'm hearing is we're working on it. The attorneys are talking this and this. Come up with a solution, which I did, and I sent it to President Horowitz, who was kind enough to speak to me for over an hour. And I came up with a solution that works for all, and I got no response. So Mr. Geppetta is there. I don't know if my other neighbors are on the call, but you know, we have to come to some conclusion here. This is we're going to lose another season. Mr. Geppetta has a boat that he has to dock at the marina because he can't use this. My other neighbor at the Stones have to dock their boat at a marina because they can't get down to the water. I mean, this is it's common sense. I don't understand what the problem is. I'm being told it's more difficult and intricate and this and this, and the lawyers are working on it, and he lawyered up and they lawyered up. There's no ambiguity here. We have the right of way, and you own the property. So if somebody could please tell me what's going on, when we could have access, when the man could take the fence down, and we could all enjoy the summer.
That's time.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
I get no response?
I don't know, Joe, you want to address it or you want me to address it?
Go ahead, Scott. If not,
Well, I mean, it's a pending legal matter, and the attorneys are handling this, Mr. Goldberg. As you and I discussed, it's in the hands of special counsel at this point in time. And that's where it's at. We had a conversation for an hour. Would like to see a global resolution to this where we resolve all the issues that have been discussed and presented. But it is a more complex matter, and it's in the hands of the attorneys at this point in time. And I think that's really all I can say on the matter at this point in time. I'd like to see this resolved globally for everybody. Okay, is there somebody else that,
Yeah, we have one more hand up.
okay. There she is. Huh?
She's not going to speak.
She's not gonna speak?
I don't think so, though she wasn't
Did
scheduled.
she have her hand up?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
I think my other two neighbors were supposed to talk. I don't know if they are.
Okay. There she is.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
Okay. Welcome. Up, unmute yourself.
I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Well, we hear you now. You have 3 minutes. Go
Okay.
ahead. We got you.
All right. I can't see you anymore. I don't know why.
We got
But
you.
this is Barbara Geppetta. My husband spoke earlier. I just wanted to mention a couple of things. I think Ken has certainly hit on all the legal issues, which we all 5 families, do not understand why it could take this long to resolve, while it's still very, very clear in our deeds. And it's part of what we paid for when we bought our houses. We originally tried to use the right-of-way by using Hales Bay because that's all we could afford. And my neighbors were very nice to upfront the money for us, my husband and I, who are retired and living on a limited income. And we have, over the years, as building this walkway, paid them back. It was a big financial sacrifice. Before getting involved in anything with even the village of West Hampton or the town of Southampton, we tried as good neighbors to speak to this neighbor and explain it to him and say, simply just move it a little bit so that we have full access to our right-of-way. He was very nasty. He was not cooperative. He would not speak to anyone. And he has been very nasty to my children who have tried to access their right-of-way. I think this has got no reason to go on and on and on with the same answer all the time, that this is a complex matter. As Ken said, it is not. We paid for this walkway, we have the right-of-way, and we do not want to lose any part of the spring or summer in accessing it. And I think it's incumbent on our representatives to do something on our behalf. And we all feel very, very strongly about this, and we think we're being treated very unfairly, where this one person can deny 5 families, 5 tax-paying families, of their legal rights. And we're asking you to stand up for us and do something immediately. That's what I have to say.
Thank you for your comment. And as I stated earlier, we hired special counsel to deal with this. We can't get ahead of our own attorneys. They have to.
Well, you can ask them to get moving on it.
All right, it's not a back and forth. You can mute the. And that's where we're at. I don't know if our sitting attorney wants to opine on it further than that, but that's.
The matter has been referred to council, and we're taking the steps that we deem prudent at this time.
Right, resolution was passed by this board unanimously to take a legal action, and that's what we've done. And that is gonna have to go through the system. We're a nation of laws. There's a process that you go by. We want people to comply with our laws.
Have any idea what the time period is?
Don't expect a time frame to be immediate. That's,
We've done what we could do at this board level. We passed a resolution. We've allotted the finances to bring people to conformity with the law. And as I stated, and I had a conversation with Mr. Goldberg for, as he stated, over an hour, I would like to see a reasonable global resolution to everybody's concerns here, inclusive of ours, okay? But I cannot get ahead of the courts, the judges, the lawyers, but we've done everything that we can at this point in time as per. So we get as frustrated as the public gets when people don't adhere to the rules and regulations that we set forth for the management and the products of the waters that we hold in trust for the people. But again, our remedies are the same. We use the court system, we use the attorneys. We've passed that resolution. It's a public resolution. We're a public board. We're doing the best we can within the confines of the system, trying to work reasonably with people, assure them access to the water, and assure compliance with our rules and regulations.
may I just add one thing? We've tried it on an informal basis, and the informal basis has run whatever course it will run. We still hope for a global solution, but now it will go into a different forum. And that will not be
Not
quick.
looking to hurt the guy.
It will not be
I
quick.
just wonder if it was-
Well, no, but I'm being very candid with you. It will not be quick. So, yeah.
We've done everything that we can do at this point in time to move the way that we have to move as a board, okay? And again, I know Trustee Parsons went down there and looked at it, and Mr. Goldberg and I had conversations for over an hour in trying to find a creative global resolution. But that requires everybody to be of the same mindset. Now, I don't want to go on about this because I'm not supposed to, because there's potential of pending litigation. But you have to understand that we have to move through the alphabet one letter at a time, and that's what we're doing here. Okay?
Thank you for your time, gentlemen.
Thank you. All right. Is there anybody else here that wants to address the board? Public portion time. Nobody? Anybody else with their hands up for public portion? Zoom?
We have one hand up, but it was the guy from before.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to the applications for permits that we have. I have trustee resolution 2025-26. That is going to be tabled for now. Second? Seconded trustee Warner, all in favor?
Aye.
I have trustee resolution 2025-127. Application of Richard Grimminger, Irrevocable Trust, 55 Romana Drive, Hampton Bays, tax map 900-292-4-37. Murphy's Cove recommended its approval.
Second on that?
Seconded trustee Warner, all in favor?
Aye.
Application of Lori Harrison, trustee resolution 2025-128, 20 Tarpon Road, tax map 900-362-03-35. Worked on at work session, recommended its approval.
Second?
Seconded trustee Warner, all in favor? First renewal of trustee resolution 2025-129. Application Shinnecock Shores Association on Barracuda Road, tax map 900-362-3-22. Looking for a second.
Second on that?
Seconded trustee Warner, all in favor?
Aye.
Trustee resolution 2025-130. Application of Robert Reichenbach Jr., 15 Romana Drive, Hampton Bays, New York, tax map 900-292-2-57. Worked on it, work session, looking for
Second.
this is associated with the president signing of a sand maintenance agreement as well.
Yep.
Second,
Yep.
seconded trustee Warner, all in favor?
Aye.
2025, 131, second renewal of the application of 86 Forster Avenue LLC, 86 Forster Avenue, Hampton Bays, Suffolk County, tax map 900-374-2-3.1, body of water, Foster's Creek. We approved this in the past, so I recommend its approval. I need a second on it.
Seconded trustee McLaughlin, all in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Resolution 2025-132, first renewal application of Anthony Recto Jr., 24 Far Pond Road, Shinnecock Hills, Suffolk County, tax map 900-272-1, body of water, Middle Pond. We approved this in the past. I recommend approval again. I need a second on it.
Second that.
Seconded trustee McLaughlin, all in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Resolution 2021-133. This is the application of Sandra Farm and Linda Link, 92 Cold Spring Point Road, Tuckahoe. Tax bill number 900-155-1-35 by word Cold Spring.
Second on that.
Seconded trustee Warner, all in favor?
Application 2021-134, application of 170 Fowler Street LLC, 370 Fowler Street, Watermill, tax map 900-178-1-22-1 by water, Joe Pond. Can I have a second?
Second.
Seconded trustee Warner, all in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Resolution 2025-135. This is application of Stephen Culver S. 5 Edgemere Drive, North Sea. That's 900-42-2 20-1 by word will be found.
Second.
Seconded trustee Warner, all in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Resolution 2025-136, Wildlife Preservation Piping Plover Program Acknowledgement and Accept Payment from the Village of Southampton.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Seconded trustee McLaughlin, all in favor?
Aye. Trustee Resolution 2025-137, authorize the purchase of stakes for fencing for cut openings in Prover Program. I recommend its approval. I need a second.
Second that.
Seconded trustee Parsons, all in favor?
Trustee Resolution 2025-138, authorizes South Shore Docks to put 2 pilings in West Neck. I recommend its approval. I need a second.
Second.
Seconded trustee McLaughlin, all in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Resolution 2025-139, resolution authorizing the Board of Trustees to waive the 2025 commercial aquaculture mooring application fee of $250 for Conscience Point Shellfish Hatchery. I recommend its approval. I need a second.
Second that.
Seconded trustee Parsons, all in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 2025-140, it's 6 new fish trap pike location applications of Gregory Verity out in Quantuck Bay and Sag Pond. These were looked at by the constables and everybody else. I recommend
Second on that.
Second.
seconded by trustee Warner, all in favor?
Trustee Resolution 141. This is a notice of public hearing for 7 7 North Place, Southampton. This also will be held in conjunction with application, Resolution 142, which is also a notice of public hearing for the adjacent property. Counsel,
Yes.
you want to add to that?
Yes, neighbors have brought in applications, each seeking relief. The situation is such that the parties and the trustees should be working together to help get a global accommodation for the neighbors that they need. Accordingly, we've set it down for the public hearing to be held on the same day.
Again, this is for both.
I'll give a second to 141 and a second to 142.
Okay, so we're setting a public hearing.
Right, to be held on the 2nd of June.
Yes,
For-
June 2nd, 2025
joint-
at 1 PM.
For joint applications for both neighboring properties.
Resolutions 2025-141 and 2025-142, joint application for public hearing for June 2nd, 2025. All right, so the motion was made,
Give it second.
seconded by trustee Warner, all in favor?
Aye.
Just wanted to be clear on that.
Okay. And the 142 vote, please? Separate?
Aye.
Separate,
Yeah, do a separate vote.
separate, motion is,
I'll second that.
and seconded by trustee Warner, all in favor?
Aye.
So, McLaughlin, Warner, first and seconds, all in favor, unanimous, public hearing set June 2nd, both applications, 1 PM. Okay,
Resolution 143, this is another notice of public hearing for a mooring redevelopment council. You want?
Yeah, there have been a number of matters referred to the Justice Court with this applicant. There's been a lack of cooperation. According to the Bay Constables, there have been numerous complaints. It's appropriate for us to ask the applicant to appear and for the board to consider whether or not he should continue with the mooring or the mooring should be revoked.
Aye.
So this will be for the next meeting, not the June 2nd meeting.
Motion, yeah.
I'll get a second on that.
so trustee McLaughlin, you're making that motion,
Yes, I am.
for
With
another
the public
public
hearing.
hearing to be set for the 19th day of May, 2025 at
Correct.
1 PM. Trustee Warner, you're seconding?
Yep.
Okay, we all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I'd like permission for a packet of 2
I got one
walkouts.
more.
What we did?
You got one more. The warrant.
I was gonna walk on.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna walk on, if I could.
Okay.
Can I get a second?
Yeah.
Seconded, trustee
Yep.
Warner, all in favor?
Aye.
And then you have one.
Yeah, so this is walk-on number
Yep.
1. This is trustee resolution 2025-145, and this is an authorized change in scope for 2021 Mill Pond Aquatic Habitat Restoration Water Quality Grant, whereas the town board finds that the request changed still conference with the town code of 140-33. We still have the intended effect of nitrogen and phosphorus removal and overall benefit of the aquatic ecosystem in Mill Pond. This was something we discussed with Solitude Lake Management as a means to utilize bluegill fish for nestrators for keeping the carp population from exploding in Mill Pond. So,
I'll give that a second.
Seconded by trustee Warner, all in favor?
Aye.
But the holistic ecosystem balance of keeping. You have seconds?
Yep. Trustee resolution, 2025-146, resolution authorizing the president to sign a contract with Delander Andrews Engineering to provide engineering services for Mill Creek Boat Ramp Project. I need a second on this.
I will second it, all in favor?
Aye.
Another very important project, have good engineering on boat ramps, as we discussed, the angles, the entry points, it's all gotta work right. You need good engineering, right?
Oversight,
Good
yes.
oversight too, so.
Yep.
Okay, trustee Warner, you have 2024-144.
2024-144, warrant number 7 of 2025 for the trustees, sum of $11,726.42. The register reads as Be Ready, Fishburne Hatter, $6,293.75. Ellen Financial Services, $29.95.36. Home Depot Credit Services, $219. Hopkins Creative Group, $1,550. Lopers Equipment Corp., $214.93. New York DEC, $300. Otis Ford Inc., $84.44. PSEGLI, $15.74. And WB Mason, $53.20 for a total of $11,726.42. I recommend its approval. I need a second.
Seconded trustee Parsons, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those are getting paid. Is there any other discussion that we haven't had yet today that needs to continue? I think it was important that we get the public to know that we're switching our work sessions effective on the 2nd of June to 10:30 to help out with the traffic situation.
That would be posted on our website.
We'll be posted on our website, just to get ready for that. Anything else? Anybody else have anything?
I'm good.
You good? You're good? You're good?
I'm good.
Everybody's good. All right, so then I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn the meeting and, get on
Second.
with everybody's day. Second, trustee McLaughlin, all in favor?
Aye.
Have a great one, everybody.